Class 11 miscellaneous exercise on chapter 5 was going on. We'll continue with question number 5, and actually all these questions are very simple, children. Okay, so I'll just give you hint and you can do on the same line rest of the question. Like question number 5 is asking you convert the following in polar form. Okay, so this, if you see, this is not in standard form first of all. So if we want to write it in polar form, first we have to bring it in its standard form, that is a plus ib form. Okay, so we'll simplify this expression, bring it in real number plus I times imaginary part, that form. Same way for this one, and then we will find its r as well as theta and write it in polar form. Okay, so here it goes like this was your expression. So naturally first you simplify this denominator by opening a minus b whole square. So a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay, then I square we know becomes minus 1. So 3 minus 4 minus 1, that is 3 will be your real part and imaginary part would be 4i. Okay, and then naturally what is the next thing we do? We multiply by conjugate of what we have in denominator. So to remove the complex part from here, so conjugate multiplied in numerator as well as denominator. Now we are multiplying these two complex numbers. So when we multiply two complex number, for real part it's real part into real part, 3 into 1 3, imaginary part into imaginary part minus times, minus of 4 7s are 28, and for imaginary part it's 3 7s are 21 and 1 into 4, so 21 plus 4. So this becomes 25, this becomes minus 25. And denominator, any complex number into its conjugate is real part square plus imaginary part square. 3 square 9 plus 4 square 16. 16 plus 9, that is 25. So you have 25, 25 either way, separating the denominator. This becomes minus 1, this becomes plus I. So now it is in standard form, that given complex number is 1 plus I. Now we will find its R. That is real parts under root of real part square plus imaginary part square. Real part is minus 1, imaginary part is 1. So R is coming out to be, the modulus of Z is coming out to be root of 2. Then for argument, tan of theta will be imaginary part 1 upon real part minus 1. So minus of 1. Now this minus sign came because your real part was negative and imaginary was positive. So means your theta would be lying in second quadrant. If theta is in second quadrant, how do we go to second quadrant? Pi minus theta. The value 1 tan of theta is 1 when theta is pi by 4. So our argument or amplitude for this would be 3 pi by 4. Hence the required polar form will come out to be root 2 cos 3 pi by 4 plus I sin 3 pi by 4. Now see the next set of questions. Okay, this part you will do on your own, children, because that's quite simple. See, इसमें आपको सीधे denominator का conjugate multiply करना है. You'll multiply it by 1 plus 2i, 1 plus 2i. Multiplying, and this will become 1 square plus 2 square. So that's quite simple. And once you get the standard form, then find your r and theta. So simple questions these are. Okay, you will easily manage them on your own. Now solve the equation from 6 to 9. Quadratic equation, only that this time we'll have imaginary roots. So I've done one part for you, rest you will try yourself. They are very simple. Okay, so say this seventh one. This was your equation given to you. X square minus 2x plus 3 by 2 is equal to 0. So first I've taken LCM. That is what we usually do. We avoid fractions to avoid calculation mistakes. Taking LCM, the coefficients will become 2x square. This will become 2 2s are minus 4x and plus 3 is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation with your a being 2, b being minus of 4, c being 3. So first we'll find our discriminant d, which is b square minus 4ac. So b square minus 4a and c, which is coming out to be 16 minus 24, which is coming out to be minus of 8. Okay, and now because imaginary roots are gaye, we'll go for our quadratic formula, which is x is equal to minus b plus minus under root d upon 2a. Put the values, minus of minus 4, that becomes plus 4 plus minus d we had evaluated as 8. So when you're finding, sorry, minus 8. So when you're finding under root of minus 8. Now 8 has factors 2 into 2 into 2. So one of the 2 and 2 gets grouped. So 2 root 2 and जो minus 1 है that will be replaced by iota. Okay. So we've done these type of questions solving of quadratic equations for imaginary roots. Right. And upon 2a. A was 2. So here it is. So 4 and separating the denominator now, 4 and 4 gets cancelled. So real part, that is your 1 plus minus 2 would cancel this 4. हो सकता है आप यहाँ से root 2, but we usually do not leave root sign in denominator. So we'll write it like this. That's the better way of root 2 upon 2i. That is your solution. Now in the 10th one, children, two complex numbers have been given to you. Z1 being 2 minus I, Z2 another complex number being 1 plus I, and then they are asking you to evaluate this, to find value of modulus of Z1 plus Z2 plus 1 upon Z1 minus Z2 plus 1. So you simply need to put the values and simplify it to the maximum. Easily you'll get your solution. That was your Z1, Z2. We have placed them in this expression. Now we'll simplify it. So this is 2 plus 1, 3, and minus I plus I would get cancelled and this one comes as it is. Okay. Then for the denominator, likewise, this was 2, this minus will be distributed. So minus 1, 2 minus 1, which is 1. And then you'll get minus I. So minus I was already there. Minus I becomes minus 2I. And there was this plus 1. Okay. So your numerator is actually becoming 4. And denominator is becoming 1 plus 1, 2. Minus 2i. Okay. Okay, so next now you see you can take this 2 common from denominator from both of them. That 2 would come common and would cancel out this 4 2 times. So you're left with only 2 in numerator here. Denominator 2 taken common, this becomes 1 minus I. What next? Naturally multiplying by the conjugate of what you have in denominator. Okay. So denominator becomes real part square plus imaginary part square. So that becomes 2, and in the numerator there was a 2 present which would cancel out, so you're left with only 1 plus I. Now you had to find modulus of this. This is the maximum we can do. So in the simplified form, this complex number or this whole expression rather is coming as only 1 plus I. Now finding its modulus, that's your real part square under root of real part square plus imaginary part square. So that's root 2. Next 11th one is also simple enough. You have been given that a plus ib is a complex number which is of this form. Then you have been asked to prove that a square plus b square would come out with this expression. Okay. So first thing, obviously we simplify this more. This is a square out here. We'll open that square. So x square plus I square plus 2xi. So I square again becomes minus 1. तो इसका real part में आएगा आपका. Then we are comparing both the sides. The real part here was a, and from here real part will come out to be x square, and this will become minus 1, also real part. Okay, so x square minus 1, and denominator obviously has to be carried to real part as well as imaginary part. So comparing both the sides, real and imaginary part, a is coming equal to x square minus 1 upon 2x square plus 1, and imaginary part, that is your b, is coming out to be 2x upon 2x square plus 1. Then you had to find a square plus b square. Simply put the values and simplify. So this whole was our a is square, b is square. Denominator is same for both of them, so we can write that separately as common denominator. 2x square plus 1, ये square जाएगा दोनों में. So that's your denominator. This numerator again you will open by a minus b whole square. A square plus b square minus 2ab, and this squaring for x square. Now x to the power of 4 is actually x square whole square. 1 square is 1, and this like terms. So minus 2 plus 4x square gives you plus 2x square. So अब ये identity बन गई है a square plus 2ab plus b square means a plus b, where your a was x square and b was 1. So x square plus 1 का whole square आ गया ये पूरा आपका. Okay, that is what you had to show simply.